Today I want to talk about something we all face, distractions. We live in a world full of noise with constant demands and so many things vying for our attention. The question many of us ask is, how can I focus on God's purpose amidst all this daily chaos? Psalm 46 verse 10 gives us a simple but powerful instruction. Be still and know that I am God. In the middle of busyness, God is calling us to slow down, reconnect, and focus on Him. But how do we do that when everything around us is pulling us in different directions? Let's start by answering the question, how can I focus on God's purpose amidst daily chaos? Our lives are full of responsibilities. There's work, there's family, there's friends, there's social media and endless tasks. It's easy to feel like there's no time left for the things that really matter most. And in that whirlwind, it can be hard to hear God's voice or feel connected to His purpose. We live in an age of constant interruptions. It's hard to find moments of peace when our phones are buzzing, the to-do list keeps growing, and it feels like everyone needs something from us. It's easy to let our minds race with all the things we need to do. And before we know it, we're spiritually drained and disconnected from our true purpose. The problem of living in this constant state of distraction is that we begin to feel disconnected spiritually. We might feel distant from God or like we're not living with intentionality. We miss the opportunity to hear His voice and experience His presence in the chaos. But I want to remind you today, this doesn't have to be that way. So, how can we overcome these distractions and refocus on God's purpose? First, it starts with a willingness to slow down. Be still. I know, it sounds impossible with a busy schedule, but the truth is, we need to intentionally create space for quiet moments with God. We have to make the time to be still, no matter how chaotic the world around us gets. Start by carving out even 5 minutes in the morning or before bed where you can sit quietly, breathe, and connect with God. Use that time to simply be in His presence, listen for His voice, and pray. Sometimes it's in the stillness that we hear God the most clearly. Another way to overcome distractions is by prioritizing what matters most. Ask yourself, what is God calling me to do right now? We don't need to do everything. Focus on the things that align with God's purpose for you. Is it spending time with your family? Is it working on a project that will impact other people's lives? Whatever it is, make sure your actions align with what's important to God and not just the demands of your schedule. It's also essential to set boundaries. The world will always try to demand your time and attention, but you can choose to guard your peace. If your phone or social media is distracting you, take control. Set times where you disconnect, even for a few hours, so you can focus on the things that truly matter. Create space for God to speak to you without the noise of the world crowding in. And don't forget about rest. When you're overwhelmed, take a break. God doesn't want us to burn out. Sometimes, the best way to stay focused on His purpose is to step back, recharge, and rest. Remember, even God rested on the seventh day. Rest is part of the plan. You are not meant to live in a constant state of chaos. God is calling you to be still, to hear His voice, and to live with purpose. Don't let distractions rob you of the peace and direction that He offers. Take a moment today to reconnect with Him and realign your focus with His purpose for your life. I've got a mini course that helps you discover and live out your God-given purpose with clarity and confidence. If this sounds like something you'll be interested in, then click the button below this page to find out more about it.